Let's react to the new Samurai Jack early look. Now, I've always been the type in fighting games like MultiVersus to main like a kind of mage bruiser mix. Like in Smash Bros, I main Villager and Ness, and now I main Morty. But I'm not entirely putting Samurai Jack out of the picture. I definitely did have a little stint with Marth and Lucina. So if this guy is a fast swordsman who can, you know, is skillful, I might have to pick him up, man. Let's check this out.
First games, and today I am here.
What's going on, Nick Cat?
About Samurai Jack.
Let's get it.
Who is the newest addition coming to MultiVersus. So, something to note. Samurai Jack is a bruiser class character with the ability to rack up a ton of damage.
I just want y'all to know the classes in MultiVersus means absolutely nothing. I mean, Morty is a bruiser, and like the guy is the farthest thing from a bruiser possible, man. I do not pay attention to the classes at all.
Very fast, and the ability to also have some empowered special moves. Now, to get a little deeper into that, we're actually going to go deeper into his passive abilities, and which
I need a mic stand, man. Y'all are never hating on my duct tape. Look how fresh that guy's mic looks. He's got the same mic as me, man.
Versions. The first passive that we're going to be talking about is Mark of the Samurai. When Jack hits enemies with certain attacks, it will apply a mark symbol over the opponent. If your ally hits them, it will apply a stack.
That was way too much work for 11 damage. All right, let me ignore it. Wait, let me listen to what this does first.
If your ally hits them, it will apply a stack of weaken debuff to.
What if I hit him?
Mental focus is Samurai Jack.
Only if my ally hits him. So is that like gonna be useless in once? Maybe that move is just not gonna be worth using.
Second passive ability.
Usually anything involving your ally, like you can hit them and it'll do the same thing though. So I don't know.
What this does is on hit, you see that bar below starts to fill up. That is Samurai Jack's focus meter. The more meter he has, well, you'll see what happens in a second. Basically, your goal is to try to attack enemies as much as possible, or even when you take damage, your focus bar will fill up. When it's all the way filled up, Samurai Jack will be able to do empowered special attacks that not only do more damage and knockback, but they also apply a stack of weakened. Something to note is that when Samurai Jack does have that focus meter all the way up, you have to keep in mind that it will not stay forever. So even though his attacks will be empowered.
Oh man, I don't like his down air. I don't like his jab string. A lot of his forward air looks amazing, and his neutral air looks kind of like a small hitbox.
And if you hold on to it for far too long, it will pretty much go away by
How's this guy killed? That's the question.
Zero.
The up air looks disgusting.
Set empowered move that you had before. So you want to be able to use meter management to the best of your ability. That way you are able to make the most of a situation where you're using a special, but it has a lot more power and versatility.
I don't like power-ups like this in this game, the ones that go away after a certain amount of time. For example, Jason's down special or Wonder Woman's down special, because if you're the one using them, and I'm sure you can relate to this if you're a Jason main or a Wonder Woman main, the second you get it, people are going to run away from you. And this is a 2D platforming game. This isn't Street Fighter or Tekken. If you want to run away from someone, you are most likely going to be able to do it, man. So I don't know. Let me know if y'all agree on that or if that's an L take. In my opinion, though, I've always found that when I get that power up, people just run.
Added to it. The final passive ability of Samurai Jack is called Calm Your Mind. As you can see, I have my focus meter.
Whoever's naming these deserves a raise, though, because these are sounding mean, man.
But if I decide to hold the crouch button, I convert some of my focus meter into gray health. So as you're seeing, Samurai Jack has.
And does that last forever? That's the question, because if so, dude, that's going to be absolutely lethal out of eliminations. We saw how quick he got 8. He can probably get about 10 health before the opponent respawns, which is definitely, I mean, that's not bad.
A lot of versatility.
It does go away.
Unique passives, and so you're going to want to play around as much as possible.
Okay, it goes away slowly.
To your benefit. Getting into some of Samurai Jack's normals. Samurai Jack is a traditional swordy character. What I mean by that is Samurai Jack has a
move's nasty.
Leaps forward, which has a lot of range and ultimately allows him to remain a bit more safe than other characters. Something to note is that he does a lot of damage.
8 is crazy.
Being able to weave his attacks into each other. And I believe, personally, that he does a great job at ringing out opponents.
He does seem kind of nice.
Sides, accompanied with the fact that
He's some kill moves, though. Like, that is horrible.
Lends Samurai Jack the ability to ring out opponents relatively fast, where
the cat, you got some audio issues going on over here, man.
In a lot of different scenarios, it would take a bit more for the samurai to actually get ring outs. But We'll go over his moves little by little so y'all can have a good understanding.
Dude, he's just so cold. The way he runs around and stuff, he's just a sick samurai, dude. Oh, man, I might have to use him a little bit.
This kit truly has to offer, starting with his normals. On the ground, his forward attack, 1, is a quick extension of his foot. It is very fast and ultimately
looks
very safe
horrible
with a lot of range. This, of course, combos.
That is not a lot of range.
Side attack, which also is able to ring out opponents at higher damage.
Imagine trying to do that on Finn.
Also on the ground, you're going to have the down attack, which is a quick stab forward into the ground. And as you can see at the ledge, it will hit under the ledge, allowing you to
that's nasty.
Spike opponents into the bottom.
That's gonna be
Something
disgusting.
To keep in mind is that there is a sweet spot on the aerial version of the down attack, where if you hit this, you will be able to spike opponents. But if you hit this at the ledge, you're also able to threaten opponents with this move because it hits below the ledge as well. The upward variant of this attack is a couple of slices in the air that knock away the opponent. Something to think about is when your opponent is at lower damage ratios, you are able to, again,
nasty combo starter,
other attacks, or of course weave into the up attack itself through other moves. So this was side attack into up attack, and as you can see, that looked like it was true, but in some cases, depending on character size and of course character height, you may actually not be able to link that move. So get very comfortable with trying to link that combo together. This move is really good in the sense of not only it knocks away the opponent, but you're able to dodge after that to chase if you want to apply more pressure and go for ringouts or more.
Yeah, and that seems like the type of character this guy is going to be, just pressure, man. I mean, I'm not going to lie, a lot of his moves seem promising, but they do seem kind of weak. Like, it seems like he does a lot for a small amount of damage, but he is a samurai, man. He's meant to be fast, just keep pressure. He seems like a better version, or not a better version, just maybe the beta version of Batman. I think a lot of Batman players might gravitate towards this guy. I don't know, he seems interesting, dude. I like the speed.
Another grounded attack that we can talk about is the neutral attack. The longer you charge,
and that move seems very good.
That beetle in half, but you also send your opponent flying as well.
17, that's not bad. That's gonna be a good edge guard.
The version of this move is just a quick stab forward with a lot of range.
Okay, that's beautiful, dude. That's gonna beat out anyone with ridiculous forward tilts, because Samurai Jack's forward tilt does not have a lot of range, but that has range.
There is some commitment to it before you're able to move, so make sure you
Definitely
don't whip this move. But this is a great poking tool. As you can see, the uncharged version does not necessarily send the opponent super far away, but you are able to just space your opponent out by trying to hit them with the tip of the sword. That way, if you do miss, it's harder for them to punish you outright. Another grounded option I'd like to talk about is Samurai Jack's dash attack. Samurai
like banana guards.
Attack is a quick lunge forward.
That ain't gonna kill though.
That sends the opponent flying and has
like 120. That's not bad, man.
High damage ratios. This is a great move for poking.
Like I said, 120. Was I right? Nope, I was not. That's gonna be, dude. This guy is going to be. He's gonna be a ridiculous edge guarder, man. With the down tilt and the neutral attack in the forward air, the edge guarding is about to be so insane.
If we look at Samurai Jack's aerials, some of them do, oddly enough, look similar to some of his grounded options. More specifically, the downward aerial looks a lot similar to the down ground attack, but in the air, as I told you before,
the move just doesn't seem very good.
Hitbox, when you hear that sound, that is the indicator that your opponent is going to be flying to the bottom blast zone. You can use this move to approach your opponent even on stage versus just using it exclusively to try to get ring outs off of the stage. Neutral attack is one of Samurai Jack's coolest moves, in my opinion, where he spins toward the opponent.
Definitely gonna be like Bugs Bunny's neutral air all over again, man.
More pressure. This also sets him up into some of his grounded attacks, as well as into his upward aerial, which is a very quick slice forward with some decent knockback, allowing for potential ring outs. You're going
not that decent, dude.
Approach option,
combos are pretty nuts.
That you can be hit during this move because the hitbox is pretty strict, and if you do miss this move, there is a little bit of recovery before you're able to become actionable again. As mentioned during that attack, upward aerial is literally just a slice upward forward. As you can see, even at this damage ratio, it doesn't.
God, they learned their lesson with Joker, man, because that hitbox is insane.
But it's all about positioning. because Jack is able to find situations where he can pop up the opponent, you are able to follow up with up air to not only go for ring outs, but to just apply pressure. Because this move is so fast, opponents may feel like they need to burn resources
fast,
like
man.
dodging, and if you keep doing it and they keep dodging, sooner or later they won't have dodges anymore, and you're able to just continuously put them above you with that move over and over. But if I'm being honest, to me, the forward aerial attack is one of Samurai Jack's best.
For sure.
Not only because
look at that range, dude. It's insane.
but just because of how safe he is able to.
It does what, 9 damage?
While also being able to approach with it. If you look at this move,
that's gonna be so spammable.
An iconic definition of what a sword-based character would do.
For sure.
Swing their disjointed attack toward you and try to poke at you as much as they can. If they hit you,
yeah, and that move is honestly the one reason I would consider playing this character. It's pretty much just the forward air, but you know, I like the up air, but the forward air is definitely going to be fun to use if you want to just space people out. It's kind of like, I don't want to say a zoner. He kind of is a zoner. He's gonna have ridiculous neutral control
with more aggressive options and using their speed to their advantage. Samurai Jack's forward air allows him not only to pop opponents away, but he's also able to branch into other moves after it as well, depending on how high he is from the ground when he uses the move. Therefore, you might be able to actually get some surprising confirms in this situation, but in other cases, usually you're going to either be using this move to just straight up knock people away,
probably gonna whiff on short people,
or of course try to go for ring out. This is a move, keep in mind, that can be charged as well. You're also able to charge the grounded up attack, grounded down attack, and again, Samurai Jack's neutral attack.
That's like his one kill move right
this is
there.
Where things get a little bit more intricate. Side special allows you to
here we go.
towards the opponent with a quick slice that knocks them away. You're also able to angle this.
That's pretty interesting.
From the ground.
It don't seem very good, but no, it does seem kind of good. Yeah, it does seem pretty good.
It's a great approach option, even though it does have startup and some lag.
Just doesn't go very far.
You can't just throw it out. You have to be really intentional with when you decide to use this move.
It's like Superman's, but worse.
When you can use this move the best,
the edge guarding.
Applying pressure to an opponent, you knock them off the stage. They're trying to recover, and you decide you're going to snipe.
Whoa, that hitbox is kind of nuts.
The empowered version of that move had a lot more range.
Hey, so much range it lagged the video, man. That's serious business.
Option to recover with, and basically, it is pretty much the same move on the ground and in the air. So be sure to practice with this move so you gain not
12 damage, not bad,
but you also just understand flat out how it works. The next move that I'd like to talk about is Samurai Jack's down special. The grounded down special is a series of slashes that's
gonna kill out like 100, huh?
So as you saw, I was able to do some decent damage, but then if I have the empowered version, not only do I weaken, but I am also still sending my opponent away. You can use this move off stage if you want to. However, it will not be the same move. Instead, it will be a down special in the air. This move is
now that looks good.
Option not only because of its speed, but
that's going to be a lot better than the downer for everything outside of combos.
Back to the stage after you use that move, you are able to continuously use it to pressure them, but look how much faster
he gets up. Whoa! He did a. What's Ichigo say when he? You know what I'm talking about?
But if you
see that, I'm tripping. I forgot what it's called. I'd look up a video, but I ain't gonna do all that, man.
Not only is that move stronger, but
that's mean.
It sends out a projectile at the opponent. So grounded up special lunges Samurai Jack upward in the air with a quick kick. When hitting this move, you're actually able to branch immediately into a jump or almost into another option due to the amount of low and lag on the move. Now, if I decide to jump with it, it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is on the ground, you can actually charge it a bit.
Definitely get a combo off of that. But I mean, the hitbox is so bad.
A lot more knockback. So think about this, right? Because meter management is super important as Samurai Jack, when you find yourself in situations where you're laddering opponent,
that might be like some Harley Quinn nonsense, dude.
Entire way while you're doing the combo, because you never know, at the end of a hit, you just might have enough time to weave into an empowered move immediately. Otherwise, you might not have been able to maybe 2 seconds ago. This move is great for killing off at the top, and again, laddering or converting into Samurai Jack's other moves as well. So you definitely want to keep an eye out on this move, especially when you are trying to apply vertical pressure or go for vertical ring outs on an opponent. Again, it is about the same on the ground as it is in the air, and you definitely want to use this move.
Very interesting, man.
Because it is going to definitely help you.
Kind of fast.
Just like up air with the bulk of your vertical ring outs as Samurai Jack. The next move that I would like to discuss is a move that I deem very inspirational. It is Samurai Jack's neutral special. So
here we go.
The grounded version of this move and the aerial version of this move are a lot different. So we're going to
inspirational. What's that mean, man?
We'll actually start with the aerial version. The aerial version is a very fast command grab with a lot of range and a lot of knockback.
There's the kill move, man.
Especially
120 near the ledge.
It's defensive option off stage to try.
Dude, this guy's edge guarding is about to be so insane.
Off of the stage, I go for a chase. I get the throw, and the throw rings out immediately.
Well, you had him at 156, bro.
This throw rings out opponents very
For sure. For sure.
Jack's
110, dude. He's
neutral special in the
grits.
air also has the ability to pick up items and throw them at the opponent as well. Jack's neutral ground special performs a counter. If you're hit while you activate the counter and there's
that's
armor on
cool.
Samurai Jack, the opponent will be knocked back with a slash projectile bolt.
That's like
if you
probably the only counter in MultiVersus, huh?
Without countering anything, it will actually just pop them a little bit in front of you. And as you see, the opponent bounced off of
That's
the ground.
so sick.
Able to get a little bit of a conversion there. This is what the empowered counter actually looks like.
Pushing
The opponent a lot further back while also shooting
This dude's me, bro. This dude's so cool.
to follow up with. So for that,
He's like, dude, he looks a little boring. Like 90% of his moves are boring, but the ones that are cool, man. Like I like this character. I know a lot of people are probably not going to like him, or they're just gonna like him because he's a samurai, which is probably how I'm feeling a little bit. But I think this character is cool, man.
You definitely want to try to land a counter when the focus meter is full, giving you just another option of counterplay against aggressive opponents. With the Shadow Step perk, Samurai Jack will actually punish an enemy by not only
that's gonna be
slicing
useless.
them, but going
Okay,
right
wait, never
through
mind.
them. The empowered version of the Shadow Step perk is very, very good because although it doesn't sit on a projectile, it actually allows Jack to teleport towards the enemy upon a successful counter, allowing for a two-piece follow-up combo that can result in not only more damage, but of course, a ring out. The next perk we'll talk about is River's Flurry. The normal version of Samurai Jack's down special is actually able to be charged. With this one, it's a little bit different. The longer you actually hold down special while the move is out, you're able to add more flashes to it. This, however, consumes focus meter, so you're going to want to build up some gradually first before trying to do this. As you can see, the entire time I held the down special, lost my focus meter. However, I was able to add more slices to the move and also deal weakened. Last perk that I'd like to talk about.
I hear you, man.
Flow. When Samurai Jack is wrung out, instead of his focus meter being reset, it actually will come back increased. So that is just another.
That's definitely gonna be what people equip.
Focused heavy Samurai Jack that relies more on his focus abilities, not only for just damage, but for ring outs.
People are 100% gonna equip that one.
That is going
no
to be
question.
The Samurai Jack breakdown.
Pretty interesting character, man. I'm very excited to play this dude. I can't wait for tomorrow, dude. New season is going to be lit. I don't know if I'll go straight to Samurai Jack or straight to ranked mode, but either way, this guy definitely looks pretty cool. And y'all can expect some content on him out of me. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. See y'all later, man.